It's freedom, baby, yeah!
Hey, folks, welcome to the show on a Monday, November 4th. Is that right? Yep. The day before the big day. The day before this, well, 2 days before the Civil War, depending if it kicks off the same day. I don't know. I tweeted yesterday, I go, I'm still seeing a million headlines and a million columns with going, it's 50-50, neck and neck. After watching all the fucking stuff, the rallies and stuff, and all the mistakes, and to me, that's just and I've said it before on the show last week, but it seems like they're foreshadowing that they're going to steal it. Well, they try to kill him, so we know they're going to, again, we know they're going to try to steal. But they know they're desperate, these fucking assholes. They know they're down, and all the the swing states, everything. So we're going to cover a little bit about the polls. Today's all election shit. I was going to put other stories in there, but it seemed irrelevant. I worked a squirrel and a raccoon into the show. And you know what? It's related to politics, really. I think you guys might have heard about that one. Yeah, so we'll get to that. I don't like the headlines that I'm reading. But again, you go to Pauly Market, Nate Silva, all these guys that know what they're talking about. And, they say it's Trump, but these motherfuckers, and they have a plan. Anyhow, what happened over the weekend?
A&M got destroyed by South Carolina.
Yes, I watched that game, and I don't know how South Carolina isn't undefeated. The way they hit on defense, and it was a typical SEC game. Everybody playing at 1,000 miles an hour, heads cracking. That quarterback, Sellers, is that his name? Impossible to fucking tackle for South Carolina, and they're running. Oh man!
I read that somewhere that they are currently 10 points away from being undefeated.
South Carolina?
Yeah.
I believe that. Probably lost a bunch of close ones, Jimmy. Yep. I believe that because Texas A&M, they're pretty damn good, and they got their asses whipped. And any other big upsets, I can't remember, but. I actually tired myself out. I usually stay up till 2 watching college football from noon. And I said, I can't. It's 12:30. I shut it off. My eyes were bleeding. Deleted a couple games that I didn't see. I go, this is an addiction. This isn't funny anymore. Can't help it. I had 11 out of 16 right in the pool with one game left tonight. So I'm still in the mix, but of course some asshole had 14 right, which means I can't win the pot this week. 14 out of 15. Some guy 2 weeks ago had them all right, and this is with the point spread, folks. This isn't just it's not a pick 'em. Can you imagine if that guy was in Vegas and knew what he was doing, parlaying that shit? He'd be dead from cocaine and crack and whores. That's what would happen. Anyways, I guess we'll get to it. My flight has been delayed a couple hours. God bless you, William, for giving me, well, William's got nothing to do with this one. This one's, I got to go to Dallas Crowder tomorrow. Streaming live, which will be huge. It's got big names. Crowder show is always one of the biggest streaming events, if not the biggest, when something like this is taking place. So I'll be there, tomorrow morning on the show, and then the next morning in case there's shenanigans going on. But I got to bail out of there on Wednesday night because I come home and rest my ass for 5 minutes and get on a plane to Ottumwa, connecting. Everything I hate. William, I love you, man, but I hope I get a decent-sized crowd. I'm telling you, I'm going to fucking come in here on Monday and hang up the cleats. I'm tired. I'm paranoid, how you say? Anyways, let's move to the stories. We got a quick hit at the top of the show that you couldn't write this shit if you were a comic or whatever. Some of honestly, the funny stuff is the truest stuff. And Doug Emhoff showed how brilliant he is. Kamala's husband, the one that she loved so much she kissed through a mask. That's true love, ain't it, folks? But he said something inadvertently that had the fucking internet buzzing and people laughing and shitting their pants all over the country. Listen to this.
Kamala did what Kamala always does. She just put her head down and she went to work.
Hope that makes YouTube. La, la, la. That's right. She put her head down and went to work. Just like a little squirrel on a nut. I'm foreshadowing, folks. How funny is that? I mean, there were young retarded kids laughing that got that joke. Put her head down and went to work. God, I hope Willie Brown saw that, and Montel Williams, and the defensive backfield for the Lions. Hey, speaking of that, I think the Lions, I'm putting them in the Super Bowl for sure. They, God, I hope they win. I would love to see Detroit get fucking finally. I mean, talk about jinxes. Anyways, thank you, Emhoff, for that. We appreciate it very much. And I guess Kamala was on SNL, and they ripped off a sketch that they had Trump do years ago. When he's sitting looking in the mirror, like a makeup mirror or whatever, I didn't bother watching. I was so tired of the fucking ads. But they ripped off the sketch. They didn't have the originality to come up with something else, just like she takes his ideas on taxing tips and shit. Yeah. And even the, the FCC got involved or whatever. They said it was because it has to be equal time. I forget, I used to know the rule. But anyways, that might have violated it. Whatever. It's just, they're just spent. They're just, everything says they're tapped, man. But again, they know how to play the game. Anyways, getting ready for the storm. What does that mean? Workers boarded up the district's downtown business and fenced off the vice president's residence Sunday. I guess D.C. are we talking about? Yeah. As the city prepared for potential vandalism in the wake of this week's presidential election. And again, me and Dallas were talking about this before the show. See, the optics always work out for the Democrats because they're going to look at these pictures and see this shit this weekend and go, see, because Trump didn't accept the results, we have to do this. When we all know that's not the truth. We all know when the left doesn't get its way, it fucking burns down the country. That's what this is about. Don't be confused. A work crew was seen installing anti-climb fence outside vice president. Why don't you bring that to fucking the Mexican border? Anti-climb fence. For Christ's sake, the wall on the Mexican border has ladders and escalators. Anti-climb fencing outside VP Kamala Harris's federal home. Oh, at the Naval Observatory.
Oh, fucking bitch.
The Democrat presidential candidate's residence already has a wrought iron fence and a security station at the front gate, but crews added the special fence along most of the property's perimeter, lining Massachusetts Avenue and Northwest. Remind me to tell you about the serial killer story. I'll tell you right now, it's quick. I was just skimming through, and I get bored and I go to bed at night. Instead of putting the phone down like you're supposed to, I start looking at murderers and, I don't know. So I start scrolling through serial killers I've never heard of. I took Advil. I'm fucking slurring. Can you tell? It's like I had a stroke. I start, scrolling through, and I see David Malinsky or something. And he, 95 charges, fucking sodomy, exposing himself, rape. I mean, just a horrendous guy. In and out of prison, and he did some really horrible shit. Then I look down, it says, born in Danvers, Massachusetts. I thought I was the most famous. I mean, second after Bavaro. This guy. What are the odds? I'm scrolling on the internet. There's a million stories about serial killer. Born in Danvers. Holy shit. Then he grew up, I forget. But anyways, the White House, which also has a wrought iron fence along its border, has its south lawn almost completely cordoned off by an additional layer of anti-climb fence. Have you ever heard of anti-climb fence? All you got to do is put Vaseline all over it. New fencing encircled the half of Lafayette Square that's connected to the executive mansion's northern face. We all remember Lafayette Square. That's where they were burning near the church. Remember when Trump was out there? And that was a nighttime thing. They started burning the church. Some of the fencing surrounding the White House appeared to be topped with grilled cheese. No, with barbs. You know, Bush. Barbara, somebody help me. There also appeared to be a stage under construction between the White House and Lafayette. So they're expecting some shenanigans big time.
Brother, do you want to go to war? Come on. Do you want to go to war? We'll take you to war, okay?
Tony. Hey, coño. Multiple office and retail buildings were boarded up just west of the White House on Pennsylvania Avenue Northwest. And again, I'm telling you, they're doing it because they know the left. And you know what would be funny? If they weren't lying about the polls being neck and neck and they were like, Trump's going to, well, I guess they still would act up. But, you know, I mean, if they took some of the guesswork out of it, but everybody's talking about it. I'm so curious about what's going to take place. I'm pretty sure I know. I'm so cynical. I'm like, they might even, go, look, Mr. Trump, we can't. We know you won, but we can't. We don't want the country to. I swear to God, that's how fucking at the level of, right? Dallas knows he was at the level these people work at, and whatever. But it's the right's turn to act up if he doesn't win. I'm not condoning it or promoting it, but I wouldn't mind watching it. I mean, and if you're going to do what you did last time, show up with, you know what I mean.
Frozen peas.
What? Frozen peas and a dozen roses. That was a band, Peas and Roses. You remember that? Frozen peas. Got a ping. You get my drift. Anyways, let's move on and stay on the election topic. Apparently, one poll, Florida loves, I should say, FLA loves DJT. I know that's no big surprise.
I am
but
your voice.
Confirmed it this week. And Florida Republicans have now exceeded their final 2020 early plus mail-in vote totals. Trend here is apparent in Florida. Percent of 2020 total early vote, Republicans 101.27%. That's plus 27.34 as opposed to last time. Democrats 73.92%. Again, you're like, but I started to read a little bit. I didn't put in the story because I hate talking about this shit. When this is over, we're going to be doing recipes and car fixing things, and fucking talking about pets. I can't take it no more. I got to get back to fucking. I don't know what I'm saying. Mama dear. Yeah. So, but it's not just Cubans. They say there's Puerto Ricans and other Hispanics. You name them. Demographics that are jumping on the bandwagon that didn't. And that kind of turnout is, again, all this shit was coming out over the weekend. That's why they're getting very desperate. Like I said, bringing Obama out to tell lies that have been debunked by Axios. I don't know. I'm excited, folks. This is bigger than, for me, it's bigger than the WNBA championship. Boy, those broads can really. You like hoops? You like to watch them play a foot under the rim? They shoot from here like a white guy in the 50s, like Bob Cousy when they wore the short shorts. They used to shoot from here. Imagine driving the paint. I know I'm all over the place, folks. It's the Advil PM's making me fucking crazy. How about this? This is the biggest news of the fucking day. I was in bed before midnight last night. I was so footballed out and sick of myself laying around and fucking, ugh. And I took a pill because I didn't sleep the night before. Anyhow, what do you guys care? I'll be dead soon. Hey, let me ask you a question. Sometimes you just have that feeling something's going to happen, especially today. Maybe it's the number of tornadoes that will happen this month, or what will be named a game of the year or fight of the year. Whatever it is, have some skin in the game with Kalshi. Kalshi is just like buying and trading stocks, except instead of stocks, you're dealing with real life events. It's legal in all 50 states. It's a really fun way to cash in on those random hunches, especially the big one, the election, which, I'm sure you're not going to get good odds with Trump or whatever, but if you that one, good luck. But I'm going to lay a little on since we get Kalshi as a sponsor. And college football playoffs is where I'm going. That's when I start to make the bets and make that even more interesting. Right now, Trump and Kamala are trading about 50-50, meaning if you place a bet on either, you'll double your money if they end up winning. Kalshi has already facilitated over $1 billion with a B worth of trades. So put your money where your mouth is and sign up using my link at kalshi.com/DiPaolo, D-I-P-A-O-L-O. The first 500 listeners who deposit $100 will get a free $20 credit. That's Kalshi, KALSHI.com/DiPaolo, or click the link in our show notes, and the first 500 traders who deposit $100 will get a free $20 credit. Kalshi, you can trade on that. Mama, whoa, 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 whoa. Yeah, flight's delayed to 4. I'm staying here. I could have went back, whatever. Might as well just fucking get to the airport early and have 11 drinks and start a fight.
Yes.
I did get into it a little bit. I told you about a month ago. I told that story, right? The flight attendant kept saying, back up. And I had a couple behind me that they're like, who are they talking? And the couple, you could tell the guy was rich with his wife. And he's like, who the? And the black girl points to me. I told you once, like I'm a little fucking kid. And I go, where the fuck? And that's when you lose your, you can't do that. Then they have all the leverage. Apparently. I don't know why I'm in America. I mean, that's me toning it down. I wanted to say, listen, you stupid twat. But I didn't. I was nice. I said, what the fuck? Where do you want me to go? And even the guy behind me goes, that was very unnecessary on her part, And then about 10 minutes later, this isn't new to me, folks. I've made a scene many times. My wife that's why she doesn't go anywhere. She'll go with her boyfriend, Terrell Suggs. So then I see, not even 5 minutes later, here comes a guy with a vest and a official looking thing around his neck, and he's standing right where he pulls me out of line. But honest to God, he almost had the attitude like, I know these people can get nuts sometimes. I'm like, she started yelling at me. I said, whatever. And I said, I got witnesses. I'll give her credit. She still let me get on the plane. But if she didn't, holy shit, I would have been on the cover of Newsweek choking a bitch. Don't do that. That's only allowed on Spirit and Frontier and Virgin. Allegiant. What am I saying? There's only 2. There's only 2 you can't do it. All right. Hey, before I move on, those of you on Mug Club, stick around the second half of this show. The rest of you is go to nickdip.com and sign up for Mug Club. And if you do that, you'll get my entire show. The great Steven Crowder's show. He did a song parody. I don't even know the band. I'd play the song for you. It's so friggin' good. It's going to be the opening of tomorrow night's thing. They shoot a video. It's unbelievable. And this guy can imitate anybody. The first half of the song, he's doing whoever sang the song, and the second half's Trump doing the lyrics. It's really good. Anyways, you'll get all of his show, and he has great guests. And you want to be there tomorrow night, live streaming. The whole world's going to be watching this. I'm actually looking forward to it. So yeah, do that. Sign up at nickdip.com, and while you're there, click on the tour buttons. As you can see, that is this Saturday. Weren't we just giggling about it? That's a mile away. This Saturday, November 9th, Bridgeview Center Theater in Ottumwa, Iowa. Please come out. I would love to. Never been to this the venue. I heard nothing but nice things about it. It's going to be great. Also, February 20th, Bricktown Comedy Club, Tulsa, Oklahoma, in case the hurricane kicks up. It's brick. Don't worry about it. That's February 20th, Bricktown Comedy Club, Tulsa, Oklahoma. Be there or be silly. Okay.
Hi. Good night, everybody.